Hi, good morning. My name is Casey and Gordon from Casey Gordon Financial Planning. I hope you're well, and I'm back with another video. Today's video is a question that I got recently, and I thought it was an interesting one, and I wanted to share with you. It's about passive income. How can I get passive income? And I know there's a lot of conversations around, yes, you should have passive income and you should be doing XYZ, but passive income, if I can tell you, is rarely passive. Or in order to start getting passive income, you have to have done something on the upfront that's going to be able to generate enough income for it to sustain whatever it is that you're trying to sustain. So let's talk about, I just Googled because I was curious to see what others thought about passive income. So there was a list of 39 passive income ideas. I'm just going to read the first one. Open a high yield savings account. That sounds like a great idea, except in order to be able to generate any kind of income from it, you have to have some money invested in it. So if you open a high yield savings account and you have $100 in it, and you don't add any more, even with interest rate at 5% annually, that's only $5 over the course of a full year, right? Now, I'm not accounting for compounding interest and all of that. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't do this, right? So let's get that clear. It just needs to make sense for what you're looking to do. So if you were to open a high yield savings account and you're looking to generate passive income, that means that you need to consistently put money in, right? There's some part that you have to play in order to get this return of passive income that's going to end up being meaningful to you. Yes, it adds up over time, but you have to also be diligent about the amount of time. I'm going to actually touch on one that I've done. Self-publish a book. Can I tell you, self-publishing a book is a lot of work on the upfront. And yes, you might be able to generate some income on the backside of it. However, self-publishing takes some work and effort. First of all, you actually have to write the book. And then you have to get an editor because you don't want work that's out there that doesn't have, it's not properly edited. That's a big thing for me. So you have to have it edited. Then you have to have it formatted properly. And there are certain things, and if you're hearing me, it takes time. And some of those things, not just time, but also takes money and effort. And yes, the return might not actually be what you expect it to be. So you spend thousands of dollars to get it self-published, and you might not be able to make that money back unless you're actively promoting. So you have to have a part in it. So it's no longer as passive as you thought it would be. um let's see, buy a rental property. And some people think, oh yeah, I'll just buy a property and it'll be passive income, right? That's a great idea, except you need to have the monies up front in order to buy this property. So you've got to have whatever the down payment is that you're required to put in, whatever the closing costs, those costs that are associated with it in order to do that. And then you have to either find a renter, or you have to hire a management company to handle this rental. And then when things break, you have to fix it. So it's nice to be able to buy a property and rent it, but I want you to understand that it's not just passive. You're going to do this thing and then you're going to just sit back and watch the money come in. That's not the case, or that's not been the case in my experience. My experience is there is work involved that you have to do. Another one is pet sit in your home. Again, you can Google it for yourself. This one was just 39 ideas of ways to generate passive income. So I stopped at the pet sit in your home. Pet sitting is also work that you have to do. So yes, it might generate income, but you now have to take care of another living thing, right? So you're taking care of it. You're doing dog walking, if it's a dog walking. You are now actively having to find clients so that you can pet sit for it to be any kind of meaningful income. So those are just a few examples that I chose to kind of pick on. Um, and Again, I'm not saying passive income is not a great idea. I'm just saying passive income is rarely passive, and you get to just start something, not do any work regarding it, and expect to make money. So I want you to have a realistic expectation of when you're trying to earn this income, how are you really going to do it? Have a thought process behind it. What are the things that you need to set in place to be able to build on this thing that you can generate income? And yes, you have to, I'm not going to give you tax advice because that's not what I'm here for, but then understand the taxability of it when you do earn that income. Again, my name is Casey Gordon from Casey Gordon Financial Planning, and I just wanted to share a little bit more information because it came up recently about passive income. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. My contact information is in the description below. Look forward to our next video. Bye.